Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This is the third episode, which seems crazy to me because I wasn't sure that I was even going to make it to a second episode, let alone a third. But I'm really glad that I'm still doing this. I hope to keep doing this because even though it makes me kind of nervous to be putting my thoughts out into the world like this and for anyone to hear it, it's something I'm now doing. It's become my new normal. It's become something that I wake up in the morning and I plan my day around. And then, yeah. So, anyways, welcome back after I went on that tangent. Today I want to talk about social media. And, that's really tying into this podcast because where do I have to post it? Social media, just so people can listen to it. I was surprised by the amount of people that have listened to my podcast. That's crazy to me. I didn't think I'd have that many people listen to it. Maybe like my mother and my two best friends. But I got more than that, which was awesome. So thank you to everyone that has been listening to it. And yeah, it makes me feel really good that more than just people that are very close to me are listening to this. So anyways, social media platforms. Social media is crazy to me because you're posting your life out for everyone to see. And if you're like me, you're posting a podcast out for everyone to hear. Anyone can see or hear what you are doing, which is kind of a cool concept in itself. But with that comes maybe cyberbullying or bullying in person or maybe body positivity issues. I definitely had a lot of self-esteem issues, a lot of body issues. I didn't like what my body image was. And I thought that so many people were going to bully me. In fact, I've had people cyberbully me for, what I was wearing. I had a girl when I first started high school who posted a picture of an outfit I was wearing that I thought it was a bomb outfit. I wore it to school. I wore it I like how I look. And then once I found out that there was an Instagram page that was posting what people were wearing or something about them and really just bashing on them, I didn't like that. And after that, I didn't really wear that outfit because I was like, oh, people think so many bad things about this outfit and it doesn't make me feel good anymore because now I know that people are thinking horrible things about it. So I never wore that outfit again. And you know what? That outfit is still in my closet and I may whip it out after quarantine because it's a really cute outfit. I thought it was awesome, but apparently other people didn't. But it was like an outfit that I think a few years later I saw it in a TV show or something. Not saying that I made the trend to wear that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But after I saw it in a TV show, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a pretty good outfit. I'd wear that again. But yeah, I still got the boots and everything. It was like a sweater with a tank top and shorts because it was summer. And I had high heel boots, but they weren't the little booties. They were they went up kind of towards my knee. They weren't thigh high boots, but they were higher boots. But I think social media has its good and bads, and I kind of want to talk about that more. Obviously, I just gave a negative about social media, and now I'm going to give out a positive, which one of the positives is this podcast. It's really helping me out. It's making me feel better about myself, and it makes me feel really good that people are actually listening to it. And I think that, social media is definitely a crazy way of making a living now. I mean, you see TikTok stars with millions of followers and they're getting paid to do commercials, or maybe they're getting a role in a TV show or a movie that's made it big. Like, that is just such a crazy concept to me. And they all did it from posting a video on an app. And now they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're getting movie roles and all this other stuff. It's just a crazy concept to me. And yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to kind of make a living off of social media. Maybe this podcast will make it big. It might not saying that it totally will. But, I definitely have thought about vlogging or something like that, because that's a thing that a lot of people do, and I definitely live kind of a different life than most people. You don't really hear about the town that I live in much, or what goes on in there, Yeah, a lot of people are making it big vlogging in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is where, you see movie stars or TV stars or big YouTubers like David Dobrik. Obviously he lives in Los Angeles, and so do all of his friends. But, he started out as a small YouTube channel, and now he's giving away cars, like a Lamborghini, to his friend Heath, or, giving his assistant a car. That's crazy. But it's not just about how much you post. It's about the content, the quality of everything, not the quantity. Oh my God, I sound like my social studies teacher from 8th grade. But you know what? That's a good thing to live by. Why am I bashing that? No, quality over quantity, people. Think of it that way. And now I am rethinking a lot of things I've done in my life, because I've thought that way for a while. That's different. Okay. Sorry, we're getting off track here. But, I'd really like to kind of make it big, I guess. I have plans to be a police officer. I'm obviously trying to go through those plans right now. I'm going to college next year for criminal justice. And thank you if you're like, yeah, Jordan, woo, thanks. That feels really good, even though I can't hear you saying that. But in my head, that's what's happening. It's all about what's going on up here. But I really do, if I could make it big with air quotes, on social media or YouTube or something like that, that'd be awesome. I'm still doing pageants, because pageants are just something that, make me feel confident, make me feel good. I like helping other women feel good about themselves. That is what pageants are all about, or at least the USA pageants. The USA system is just amazing. I can't speak for Miss America or other pageants like that, like Miss Grand or Miss International, stuff like that. I can't really speak on the behalf of that, but I know the USA system is a really great system, especially if you want to start out with pageants. But yeah, I'm posting on Instagram about those pageants, and I'm posting about, what I'm doing every day. I posted an Instagram story about walking my dog, because that's something I do now. But I really have been embracing the time that I have more now. And I've been posting a lot more on Instagram, and I've definitely been thinking about what if a kid sees this? I don't want to have swears or something in it. And that's why I also don't put swears in my podcast, because it's a family-friendly podcast. This is something anyone, any age can listen to. Probably not a toddler, because I don't really talk about toddler things in this, but I want this to be a clean podcast, so that's why I watch what I say, as should many people in public areas. But I really do take more time now to look at what I'm doing on Instagram and look at my podcast and making sure that, I'm not doing horrible things or saying bad things on it, because you can't be doing that. But I've been more interactive with my Instagram, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while, but my schedule just wouldn't allow it. I have a calendar. I think I brought this up in my last podcast, but I have a calendar that has literally what I'm doing every day. It goes up until the 30th of April. It has what my assignments are due, what Zoom calls I have to be in, when I'm walking my dog, because yes, I put that in my schedule, and when I can, talk with my friends. I've made time for family, because that's something important that everyone needs to do. You need to make sure that you're putting time in for your family. You want to have enough time with your family, because, it's crazy times right now. You have no idea how long you have with your family, but, I'm putting down when everything needs to be done, because I want to make sure that I have enough time. And right now I have a lot of time on my hands, which is great. But that's also just something for my anxiety. I think I even put down when I'm cleaning my room today, because my room isn't horrible, but I need to pick it up a little bit. I need to get my dirty clothes out of here, do some laundry. I definitely need to pick up my makeup, because I have a nice makeup box that, folds out. It's got drawers. It's a nice little travel makeup box. But you see that has some makeup in it. And then my floor just has all my brushes and palettes and foundations. And it makes my room look really messy. But that's because I'll be sitting in my room at 10:30 at night and just be like, wow, I'm really bored. I'm going to do some makeup, because I haven't been getting ready every day. I mean, I don't normally wear makeup every day. Maybe I'll put on some mascara, maybe some eyeliner, but normally I kind of just put aloe vera on my face, some mascara, and then I'm out the door. Obviously, I get dressed first, but but I mean, I don't wear a lot. That's why I kind of at random times will be like, yeah, I'm doing pageant makeup today. Boom. But yeah, I think it's just, keeping a schedule, keeping your room clean, all important things to do right now. Especially making time for your family. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, I haven't put on my calendar when I'm posting things though, except for my podcast. Because I'll put down, I'm recording my podcast from this time to this time. And, I'm editing it, or uploading it, this time to this time. Because, as I said before, I don't really edit my podcast. I kind of just listen to it. If I don't like it, I'll re-record it. I haven't done that yet. But I've definitely put in my brain that, if I don't like what I've talked about, I'm going to re-record it. Because I want to make it better. I want to make it good. I want to make sure that my listeners are hearing everything really well. I want to make sure that you guys are really getting into what I'm talking about. And if you guys don't like what I'm talking about, definitely DM me on Instagram or something. I can put my Instagram in the description or something in case people don't follow that. But it's kind of just the same name as my YouTube account is. But I'm definitely trying to be more interactive with that and kind of getting to know what you guys want to listen to. I asked a few of my friends what I should talk about this week, because I didn't really have a plan this week, which is kind of how it mostly is going to go. I don't really want to plan out what I say, because this is an unfiltered thing. It's just supposed to be tangents like this. I think I started out on social media, and somehow I've made it to my makeup and spending time with my family. A fun fact, my family and I played a game that I found out through my best friend. It's called Throw Burrito. I don't know if anyone has invested into this game, but you can find it at Barnes & Noble, as you can most games. Really didn't know that Barnes & Noble had like a big game section, but they do. It's great. But it is called Throw Burrito. It's a dodgeball card game. So you have certain cards, and you kind of make a match of 3, and you get points for every match of 3 that you put down. There's just like random animal cards. And then you have these cards that either say Burrito War, Burrito Brawl, or Burrito Duel. And with the war, it's everyone but the person that puts down the card has to get one of the burritos that is in the middle of the table. It's a squishy, like, stress ball kind of material. And you have to get it before anyone else does. And you have to throw it. And the first person to get hit with a burrito gets a burrito bruise, which takes off points. When I explain it, people are like, what? What are you talking about? That sounds stupid. And my family was kind of like that at first. And then we started playing it. And my brother wasn't playing it with us. And I was like, Sebastian, you really, you got to play this game with us. It's so much fun. You definitely like it. He was like, no, I don't really want to. I was like, no, just, watch us do one round. And it sounds super complicated when you explain it, but once you, start playing the game, it's going to make sense. And he was like, okay, I'll watch you do a round. And in, the middle of the round, he's like, okay, put me in. I want to play. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. But it's a really interesting game. It's definitely something active. We ran around my staircase in my living room a bunch of times. But it's an active game. It's a dodgeball game. It's a game by Exploding Kittens. I've never heard of that game, but if you know that game, maybe you understand this. But Burrito Brawl is, that card is when the player puts down a card and the people to their right and their left are instantly in a brawl. They have to throw the burrito around a lot. And it's not something like you put down the card and you're like, okay, you go and you go. No, it's not that kind of thing. You have to hear it. If you don't hear it, then you're not going to win that round. They put down that card and you have to instantly be like, all right, burrito, go, throw it and stuff. You have to actively listen. It's a really stressful game, but it's super fun. And then Burrito Duel is the only card where you actually get to think about things. So the player will put down that card, and this is advertisement, Burrito, throw burrito. If you guys want to sponsor me, that's cool, thanks. But Burrito Duel is when it's kind of like a Western duel, when you see Western movies and stuff like that, where they stand back to back and they take certain steps and then they turn and they fight. That's literally what it is. The person that puts down the card chooses 2 people out of everyone that is playing. And you can have a lot of players playing this game. It's crazy. But they stand back to back. They take 3 steps apart. And when the person says burrito, that's when the people turn and they start throwing the burritos. It's really fun. Definitely look into it. You can find it on Amazon too, because you're not supposed to be going to Barnes & Noble right now. I don't know why I said Barnes & Noble, but you can get it on Amazon. It's really fun. I definitely would do that. And another fun fact about that game is it's the thing that I use to set my microphone on. I use the box to set my microphone on for this because I sit on my bed. I like comfort. I sit on my bed while I am recording this. Or I have a recliner in my room that my parents bought when they had my brother. And they were going to get rid of it because one of the armrests is out of stuffing and they didn't want to fix it. And I was like, you're not getting rid of that thing. I love it. It's super dirty. I definitely need to deep clean it in some way, but it's in my room now. Sometimes I'll sit on that while I'm doing homework or something, or just relaxing. It's right next to my TV, so it's like a perfect space. But that's what I've been using to rest my microphone on. Because I'm just a weird person like that. I did have it on my laptop when I first started recording my first episode. And then it started stopping the recording at random times. Because when I sit on my bed to do this podcast, I kind of move around because, if you sit in one space for almost 30 minutes in one position, your legs get tired. I sit crisscross for most of it, and then I'll lay back a little bit and move the box to move my microphone. You can hear me tapping on it. My microphone picks up so much. But yeah, I definitely... Oh, and another thing that I've done, I played Wii Fit yesterday. I forgot how much of a workout that can actually be. And I know some people are like, oh, you did the stepping board thing. Like, no, I did that, free run thing, and you can set the duration. I did it for, 20 minutes. My heart rate was up there. All you have to do is run in place, and I did that for 20 minutes. While it gets boring, I had a lot of fun. They also have yoga on there. I forgot about that. And they have balancing games, which I used to do a lot for figure skating because it helps a lot with balance on figure skates. And they also have a meditation one where if you don't sit still enough, the candle on the screen blows out and then you lose, and it's timed. And I hit the record for my family. I did it for over a minute, which is really hard to do when you're sitting crisscross on a Wii Fit board because they're not that big. I think maybe my butt fit on it, and that was it. But they're not that big, so it's really hard to it's another balancing one. But it's also meditation. You have to relax, and you have to make sure your body's not falling over. It's a nice calming thing to do. So, yeah. But I posted about that on my Instagram page. Again, we're coming back to social media, people. I know how to tie these tangents around. It's great. I wish you guys could see my movements because I have very weird arm movements when I'm talking about things. When I was tying it around. Oh yeah, my arm movements, guys. Maybe I'll record this at some point so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. That would also require me to actually fix my hair and not have it in a messy bun ponytail kind of thing. But I did post about that on my Instagram, and a lot of people kind of messaged me about it. They were like, oh my god, I forgot about that. I know. I've been finding so many weird things to do around my house now, where yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the Wii Fit board out. Why not? Why not do that? It's fun. It's not boring at all. You have a lot of fun with it. So I took that out. But that's another great way to reach out to people. I heard from a friend that I haven't talked to in a while, and she was like, oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, I know. But social media is another way to kind of connect with people, and I think social media is good in some ways and it's definitely bad in some ways. I have a friend that her parents are very cautious about social media because she has a disability that some people make fun of, which you shouldn't do. You definitely shouldn't make fun of people with disabilities. But her parents are very cautious about who she follows and what she sees, and they were very concerned about her having social media at first, but I think she's doing great. She brings positivity to everyone. She's very nice to people. She always comments on my posts and tells me how beautiful I am and all that stuff, which makes me feel good. But tying that to my positivity podcast last episode, I think that social media is a great way to, kind of help people. I've seen some Instagram posts where people are talking about mental illnesses like depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder. And they're like, if you ever need to talk to someone, like, my DMs are open. You can talk with me anytime. And I'm sure that some people do. I've seen some people in the comments say something that's going on with them, and people are replying going, I know this is really hard time for you, like I can help you, and they're talking about it in the comments. While, yeah, that might be, exposing some of their privacy, but they're choosing to put that out there. And I'm so glad to see people going, oh yeah, I can help you. Like, talk to me, I can help you. But I think social media is another great way to kind of talk about things like that and help people. Social media is a great way to do that. I have to do a civic action project for my senior year project, and it's a graduation requirement. We have to do it. And at first, my project was going to be about disabled veterans and first responders having a harder time getting civilian jobs and finding housing and really getting the support, certainly in Maine, because, we're not one of those bigger states that gets a lot of funding and stuff. And I wanted to help out with that. But with this quarantine, it's become harder for me to do the parts of the project that I kind of have to do. I have to go talk to the school board, and I have to go talk to the superintendent about placing donation boxes for care packages in the schools, because obviously my school has shut down for the rest of the year. We're not going back until the fall. So I couldn't do that part of my project. But then I started hearing about people making face masks and donating them. And I was like, yeah, that's going to be my new project. I'm going to start making face masks to donate to the police stations and nursing homes and hospitals and fire departments and stuff like that, because, everyone's like, well, the hospital needs them. But the men and women of fire departments and police stations are also the ones that have to be on the front line outside the hospitals. They have to talk to people, make sure that people aren't doing unnecessary things. And, you have to worry about them too. They have to fight fire still if they're in the fire department. They still have to make sure people aren't committing crimes if they're a police officer. So you still have to worry about them too. And nursing homes are getting hit horribly. I mean, people don't really think about nursing homes with stuff like this, but a lot of the nursing homes that you see on the news are infected. The people of the nursing homes aren't well. They have the virus. They're suffering from it. And people are talking about how the virus hits them worse because they're over 60. And yeah, but I'm going to be using social media to kind of put that out there. And if people want to donate fabric or old clothing so I can make face masks, then they can do that, or they can talk to me about how they can get involved with it or other things. But social media is good for stuff like that. And, I think that there's even a sticker that you can post on your Instagram story where people can donate to certain charities. Like that's great that they involve that. But that's another reason why social media is so great. But I think I'm going to end it there. I do want to do the interesting fact again because I really liked that last time. But I need to find a good one. Let's see. Oh, this one I found out about a couple of years ago, but I didn't ever know about it. So here we go. Babies are born without kneecaps. They don't appear until the child reaches 2 to 6 years of age. I never knew that. I mean, I knew that they were born without kneecaps, but I didn't know that they could develop as late as 6 years old. That's crazy to me because if I'm not mistaken, you've already passed kindergarten, at least preschool, but you've already passed like kindergarten, I think. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about it. But anyways, that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you guys for listening to my third episode of my podcast. Let me know what you guys think. Either DM me or put in the comments. I definitely am going to ask about more topics that you guys want to hear. I think I'm going to do that more. Maybe have another question and answer. I definitely saw that a lot more people liked that. So I guess you guys liked hearing about me a lot more. Maybe I'm thinking that the wrong way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Feel free to DM me about any ideas that you have. I am thinking about having a guest on my next podcast episode. Hopefully that works out. We'll see. No promises. But yeah, have a good day, everyone. Bye.